Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the studio, people. It is me, Jason Gooner, and we are back for some more live watch along U20 Concacaf Championship. Yes, people, it's getting spicy today. Haiti had a big victory, a huge victory over El Salvador. 2-1. They were down to 10 men as well, giving up a penalty, losing a man in the process. That penalty was actually saved. But El Salvador did find an equalizer. Um, oh, wait, how it go? They equalized first and then missed the penalty. I don't remember, but either way, Haiti down to 10 men scored to win that game 2-1. Franco Celestin made a run from his own half down the flank, beat everybody, cut back. The player hit the crossbar, fell back to him, he headed it in for 2-1. So they went to 6 points, which actually did affect Jamaica, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. The first thing I want to do is make sure to tell you guys about the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. We're going to be doing, of course, USA under 20 taking on Cuba under 20. And this game should be a good one. Cuba looking to bounce back after an impressive victory in the first game against El Salvador. They fell in the second game um, to Haiti 3-2. They were down 3-1, scored to make it 3-2. Had a little chance as well at the end to maybe equalize, but in the end, they weren't able to get the job done and they fell to Haiti, and Haiti solidified that victory with another one today to go to 6 points. But like I said, people, we're gonna show you guys the lineups. First things first, USA versus Cuba, and then we're gonna get it straight into the predictions as well because the game will be kicking off in about 15 minutes or so. So people, we are on YouTube, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know who you are, or not who you are, but where you're watching from, and of course your score predictions for the night. Now the teams on screen, you see USA at the top. That's Rizvanovic. He's been keeping all the games. He keeps his place. They have made a change in the back line. Applewhite is down for the third game. Dunham has been coming into the game late, both games. He gets to start tonight alongside Cups. Cooper Sanchez, who is playing MLS right now for Atlanta United, pretty much starting most of the games. He comes in. They have him listed there at right back, but we'll wait and see to see where exactly he plays tonight. Torquato started the first game at left back. He comes back into this matchup in the third game of the group stage. Musin then gets his first start alongside Shaw. So it looks like um, Gus will be out tonight. Then we have Ramos Contreras, who had a good game last game. Usher, who we haven't seen at all, I don't think, in this tournament. And Colton Swan, who came in and needs some redemption because he missed some chances, some easy chances at the end of the last game. So let's see what he can do tonight. In goal for Cuba tonight is Zayas. Quinones will be at the right back. We have seen him coming through the ranks. Martin Morales, Zerkera start as well with him on the back line. Reynoso, their star man in midfield, should be playing an attacking midfield role. He gets to start with Batista and Borrell in the deeper roles in midfield. Carsado, Iglesias, and Rojas round out the starting 11s for Cuba. So Cuba looking to get back to this World Cup again. They were able to, parlay a good tournament the last time and get into the World Cup. Of course, they did do a number on Jamaica in that one as well. But this time, as of right now, it's not looking like Jamaica will be locking horns with Cuba, but we'll have to wait and see if that does happen this tournament. But for right now, I'm going to give you guys a look at the current standings as is. And I'm going to show you guys in the context of the rankings for the quarterfinal game, because in this competition, you win your quarterfinal match. If you get through your groups, you go to the World Cup next year in Azerbaijan. So this is the current standings. We know USA hasn't played yet. USA knows in order to get the number one seed in the quarterfinals, they'll have to score at least 3 goals, and that will tie them up on goals scored. and they'll have to go to other metrics. I think goal difference, goal scored. They'll go to fair play score, basically. And if that's tied, then they'll go to latest Concacaf ranking to determine. Now, if the USA win by 3 and happen to concede a goal, they will go through as the number one because they would have scored 10 goals to, or if they win 4-1, they would have scored 10. Mexico only 9. So, a lot of scenarios to see. So, USA know that if they want the number one seed, which I don't think USA is caring too much about that. No, based on how the rankings are right now, we know we have Group C to play tomorrow. Panama, Honduras, Jamaica, Canada. So right now, Jamaica is in a decent position because if you look at it, Panama can get to 4, and if Panama do happen to get to 4 and Jamaica were to say lose, as long as Panama doesn't win by 4 clear goals, or 4 clear goals, we'll still hold on to that place. Now, if Jamaica were to lose by multiple goals, then we're talking a bit, you know. Now, if Honduras were to win, there's a big chance, and we were to lose, there's quite a big chance that Honduras would pass us in goal difference because we're right there, just 2 off of them. 1 goal switch there. If they win by 2, we lose by 1. They would have the advantage. So, the good news is Jamaica getting to 4 points already. If you look at the third place teams right now, besides Cuba, somebody's on 3 points, and that's Guatemala. And I think the fact that Guatemala is holding on that 8th spot right now is a good sign for Jamaica. Because if my prediction for tonight goes right, which I think I've been doing pretty good in these predictions for this tournament, I have a feeling that USA is going to win this game 3-0. And they're going to end up with Mexico right there. So 3-0 to USA is what I'm predicting. I think Cuba will stay on 3 points, which would mean that Jamaica at worst can only finish in 7th position because Guatemala, well, actually Cuba would knock them out, but Cuba would stay in 7th if they were to lose tonight, which I think they will. They have the tiebreaker at 3-0 of goals scored over Guatemala, so they would be above them still. Jamaica, even if they were to finish 3rd, which a lot of things would have to happen, either Panama or Honduras win by a certain amount of goals and Jamaica lose to Canada, we can't come any lower than 7th because we're on 4 points already. But, you know, what I think is the scenario is Canada and Jamaica will just be on a collision course and play 2 games straight. That's what I really think is going to happen. But we'll have to wait and see. But tonight, we are here for the USA versus Cuba. So let me get back to the lineups so we can get ready for this match to kick off. All right. Cool. Let's see how Concacaf one is looking. Okay, so I'm going USA 3, Cuba 0. I want to say I've hammered the like. Big up yourself, Milky Moon in the building. Bless up, Apache. Bless up, Jordan. Yo. Go on. Yeah, man, and touch up the like button. 26 of you in the building from early. Respect for the views and the eyes on the video. Yeah, man, and making yourselves heard in the comment section. Let me know your score prediction for this game tonight. USA versus Cuba. I am predicting a 3-0 to the US. I think their defense has been sturdy enough in this tournament. Cuba do possess some talented players, but I think USA will do enough to control the game. Contreras, Ramos will cause problems. Swan didn't look like the most clinical finisher in the world, but his movement was good. in the first game or in the second game when he came on. I didn't see him in the first game at all. And Shaw is a good player, controls the tempo, controls the possession well. They're not playing Colin today, and he's kind of the guy in that midfield, Colin Gusk, that is just that fulcrum in the midfield, right there in front of the back four, connecting the play from defense to attack. So it's going to be interesting to see. Mustn't then look more like an action player running into the box. We're going to see if Shaw tonight takes over those controls of, setting the pace from deeper in the midfield. Shaw plays with a little more freedom when he has Colin there. So that's something I'm going to look and see which one of those two take that role tonight. But Contreras, very talented kid. Very hard to stop on the wing once he gets going. End product could be a little bit better, but I think that's probably normal in the U20s. But yeah, he's one to watch for sure moving forward. Don't know where his career might take him. Not the strongest in the world. Looks like he could use a little bit of development on that side of things, but the technical ability, the talent is definitely there. His ability to run and change direction at pace is elite. So, yeah, excited to see him play again because he's a good talent. Jaden Contreras, very, very good talent. I'm surprised that Santiago Morales not getting more time to play on the pitch. That is kind of surprising. Zanti Oyachabal. So I'd have seen Santi Oyachabal. He looks to be a talent. Left footer. You can see the Spanish in his game right away when you see him play. Just saw him take his touches and thing. Has a wicked delivery when he cuts in on the left foot from the right. It is raining like crazy right now in the stadium. So it will be some tough conditions. Panama. Reynoso. All right, teams then walking out. Getting ready for kickoff. So drop your score predictions in the comment section. I'm going for the 3-0 to the US. I think they keep another clean sheet, but let's see. So much game Reynoso play for U20. Wow. Man, them play some friendly. Right, true. Reynoso plays 16 game at this level. Enough game that, 16 U20 game. Bless up Jamrock, what going? Milky back in the building. Saman, bro, we're there, So, yo, we have some news from other Jamaican teams today. So, Mount Pleasant, congrats to you. Making it to the CFU Club Shield, which means that you're into the Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship. Now, if you win tomorrow, of course, you'll get a big prize money, and you will fall into the group with Cavalier and Portmore. So that simply means that only two Jamaican teams have a chance to make it to the semifinals. If that's the case, um, I think you get half the prize money if you finish second, and it will be a lot more traveling in your group, but you will avoid knocking out one of the Jamaican teams. Me personally, if I had anything to do with Mount Pleasant, trophies are the most important thing. You play the game to win trophies, lift trophies, and to get the spoils that come with winning the trophy, which is prize money. So you go for the big bucks and you let the chips fall where they fall, or the bigger bucks, right? That's my take on that. The Jamaican girls did play their second game in the group stage at the CAC Games. They fell to Puerto Rico 1-0. Much better performance in terms of scoreline. We did lose 5-0 in our first game to Colombia. Today, the girls did have some chance at the end of the game as well that potentially could have salvaged a point, but it wasn't meant to be on the day. Shout out to Scott in goal. Big performance from her. Stopped a lot of what looked to be, sure scoring opportunities, but she was able to pull off some good saves. Um, and they have one match in the group versus Mexico, so that should be a tough one in a couple of days there. Mention to Kalila Daly, that young lady, I believe, is only 16. Definitely looks like a prospect because, she looks like one of the better players out there in a team of not many older players, but a lot older than 16. And there's a few others that are pretty young as well, but I believe she's the youngest. Um, but yeah, mention to her, of course, Davia Richards did well as well, creating problems, a lot of skill. Um, I have to check number 14 who that was, a good left foot on her, and an early goal from USA, Ramos. And I was talking about his delivery from that right side. Oyarzabal, I was thinking that Segares might give him a game, especially with Berchimus looking like he's out, injured. And I'll have to see this replay again, but I'm almost certain that cross came in from Santi Oyarzabal. But let's see. And Ramos has been getting on the score sheet in this tournament, but he did so very early in this one. And actually, that was Jaden that played that cross into the box. So very good cross from Jaden. It was so good, I thought it was a left foot technician who did it. In fact, it was Jaden who is not left footed, but used his left foot to devastate in effect. And Cuba's backline caught a little flat. And that's the danger with that cutback cross. If you time it right, the movement, it's very difficult for a backline to do anything if the ball is in that sort of area. And that's cut out by Cuba. Can they respond quickly? Torquato cuts it out. Shaw will head it back to Cups, who has been a giant in this tournament. Had some people watching the game thinking that he's overage. USA big favorites. Yeah, I said 3-0. Milky Moo turn up the Cuban flag same way. Slick surface. JD said Cuba and El Salvador are the thugs in this tournament. El Salvador for sure is a thug team. Is Cuba a thug team? I mean, them have them little ways about them, but I think El Salvador is worse, to be honest. Jeez, Colton Swan after me, I say you no good. When them play there. Yo. So USA come out mean business today. Man, them score already, just hit the post through Colton Swan, and they're coming again. Dunham comes wide. Torquato. Back to Dunham. Yeah, it was too easy. I should have gone to bed. Oh, I did not start yet. Yo, the man them a play some ball. Contreras into Sanchez. So what's interesting is how it's set up. It looks like Contreras is actually playing an attacking right back role because Cooper Sanchez listed as a right back here. What I was thinking was foolishness because I know he plays midfield. And I wouldn't expect them to put him there. Whoa. Colton Swan. Keeper was beating Zayas, but Shaw out to Contreras. So, yo, Contreras, I'm trying to figure out what's happening with this formation. Because Contreras now look like him not playing right back. Him actually play right wing. So, I don't know. I try to figure it out, people. I soon diagnose it, people. Okay, so Musin then I play right back. Sanchez and Shaw I play central. Ramos I play off the left. Swan up front. Santi I play 10. And Jaden I play right. So 4-2-3-1. Swan takes this away. Oh, and Reynoso caught him late and he gets a yellow. Sanchez doesn't like it. I think Swan going to feel this one. I think him knee bend back. Yeah. Yeah, man. Ramos score already. Big up, big up, big up, Mas. 46 of you in the building, people. Please do smash the like button. Share, subscribe, Jason Gooner TV. Yeah, man. Football lives right here. We've been following this Concacaf U20, so it's a good place to be if you're trying to get a knowledge on the teams and the players. We've been tracking them. Torquato, Sanchez, over to Cups. Again, Cups has been one of the more impressive centre backs in the tournament. I mean, he is a big guy, but still very comfortable on the ball as well. Here is Sanchez. I think Sanchez is going to bring a different level of composure to the USA midfield now. A player that's playing regularly in the MLS. And it looks like Atlanta just wanted one more game from him before they sent him off, because he was not there for the first game. Did fly in for the second game, but the coach, I think smartly, still didn't use him. And probably after a few more preparation days with the team, he drops into the third group stage match, probably with an eye to him starting in the quarterfinal as well. But let's see if he has the same idea as me. Shaw couldn't take that in his control. Cuba will try to possess. It's a good spray. Poor first touch from Contreras. Musin then cleans up, but it's just out of the reach of Contreras. Cups cleans up again. Here's Contreras, drops it off to Shaw. Musin then central now to Sanchez. Here's Cooper on the ball. Into the box. Swan can't control it. Here's Cuba now on the counter. Reynoso wide wants it, but plays it short. Here's Reynoso now on the ball. Drops it off. This is good closing down from the US, but Cuba played through. Good control. Still in possession, Cuba, but pressing the life out of them USA. Cuba still in possession. Cuba will now go long into the channel. as well cut out by Muslinden. But Cuba in possession again. This is the best little spell of the game for Cuba, at least on the ball. Still Cuba in possession in USA's half now, and that was a through pass attempted by Borrell, but no chance of running that one down. USA get play on the way. Sanchez back to Cups. Cups over to Muslinden. Javan to Sanchez. Acres of space. Plays it through, breaking the line to Ramos. Here's Ramos wide now to Torquato. Looks to be a good attacking left back, Torquato. Dunham sprays this one wildly, cut out by Cuba. Shaw wins the second ball over to Contreras. Brings it down. Drops it back to Muslinden. Back to Contreras again. Contreras looking to cross. No, cuts back on his left foot. Goes back to his right back. Now to Cups. Cups over to Dunham. Dunham slides forward. That's good. Well done by Dunham. Dunham looks to be a little more comfortable on the ball than Applewhite, if you ask me. I think it's because he's left-footed, so the balance of the field is a little easier for him to maneuver, collecting the ball on that side of the field. It hasn't really troubled the USA, but I think against the better teams, that could be an issue. But Applewhite is so dominant in the air that it's just hard not to play him. So I'm wondering how much of this is tactical and how much of this is, Applewhite was kind of dealing with some niggles, and maybe the thought process was, him can't play this game as well. We'll have to rest him one of the game then. The rain continues to pour down in Puebla. Dunham, Muslinden. So midfielder just kind of doing our job at right back today. Sometimes in these 21-man squads, that will happen if you have any kind of risk of injury or injury. Fatigue. I think Days has played every minute of the tournament so far, so maybe that was the plan today. And maybe Cups will have similar. Maybe Cups will play one half and come out. I don't know. We'll have to see how Gonzalo Segares plays it. But how talented this USA team is, I don't think there's any issue with rotation. I think all the players are at a decent enough level, so you might as well keep them as fresh as you can. Again, I'm surprised that Santi Morales hasn't gotten a look in today from the start. But Ayarshabal did look good when he came on in the last game, so Cups wide to Contreras. Muslinden. Cups. Dunham. Torquato. Lots of space. Plays it to Ramos down the left. And Ramos let that ball go to play, it looked like. And he did. I couldn't get the coach a raincoat. What a ball! Oh my gosh, Cuba had the chance to equalize and messed it up. Oh, what a good play. Reynoso! Ooh! Cups clears the bounce. Yo, USA at 6s and 7s, but they keep it out. So that was a brilliant bit of goalkeeping by Rizvanovic. He's the captain tonight, and that was incredible goalkeeping. What a ball by Reynoso. First touchdown. And that should have been finished better by the Cuban attacker. That's Iglesias who that fell to. A brilliant run by Rojas. And Iglesias could not put the finishing touch on it. Then it was some scramble defending by the US. But look at this save. Good block on the shot. Cups was there to help out and clear eventually. And that should have been 1-1. I thought Reynoso missed the trick by not playing the ball initially to the first run, but he pulled out a peach of a pass to the secondary run. This is into the box. Cups with a diving header away from danger. Musin then looks like it. Yes, he does keep it in. And is that going to be a foul? No. So they've been calling that foul pretty much all tournament when you shield off the player. And then they go down holding their face, but not that time for Iglesias. Oyarzabal drops it off to Contreras. Contreras flips it out to the left side. Here is Torquato. Back to Contreras. Contreras now all the way inside. Flips it through. That's a brilliant ball. Here's Ramos into the box. Sliding players. I think that player's done his groin. That player might have done his groin. Number 15, Batista. He was running back to defend. Tried to stop. Leg gave out in the rain. He's up off the ground. But that could have easily been his whole groin gone. So here's a replay of that save again. Brilliant run from Rojas. Drops it off to Iglesias. And just not enough power on the strike by Iglesias. A good, strong right hand from Rizvanovic to keep it out. But Reynoso with a brilliant ball over the top. Good flick on from Cuba. Here's Iglesias again. Has Dunham in front of him. What can he do? Only one in the box. Cuts inside, shoots. And he just never really moved the defender enough. Good defending from Dunham. Sometimes the best defending is to just stand your ground. Don't fall for anything. Just stay in line with the goal and the player. I did that well. Here come USA now. So Cuba showing that it's not going to be just a walk in the park. Swan does well again. Plays it out wide. Here's Contreras. Contreras cuts inside, looking for the pass. Has Sanchez. Sanchez back to Contreras. Into Shaw. Shaw back to Contreras. One touch. Contreras into the box. The worst cross in the world. And Reynoso is fouled. Bit of experience there from Reynoso. I don't think it was the most contact, but definitely enough for a foul. So Cuba definitely getting back into the game. We love to see it. We don't want to see a walkover. Yeah, man, Reina poured down. Yeah, Dundee had the lead. Now, man, Cuba start playing good, Jamrock. Yeah, the early goal. Here is Santi on the ball. Good layoff. Ramos couldn't get the return pass right. Definitely put too much air on that one. Here come Cuba running out with it now. And this is Reynoso going for a run down the flank. Had the beating of him, but the field is only but so wide. Is it me or is Jamaica a tiny compared to a lot of these teams? Yeah, we don't have many tall players. It does seem like a lot of the teams are tall. I mean, USA's team, pretty much a lot of people are tall. If they're not tall, they look like really strong. Like, you know? Yeah, shorter. Maybe these two teams are bigger than average. No, I think a lot of the team. I mean, besides like El Salvador, that's kind of a overall smaller team. Guatemala, Honduras ain't a small team. Panama ain't a small team, even though they had quite a few shorter guys on the team, but they have some bigger dudes as well. Mm-mm. Oh, well played. Burrell kicks it long. Good defending Dunham. Shaw brings it down. Mussenden. Back to Shaw. Cups. David J in the building. Big up, you know. Yeah, I mean, Haiti, everybody's tall except for like the two wingers, just about. And the captain not that tall. Yeah, man, there's some spots on the field where it's starting to puddle up the ball. I need to squeegee it a little at halftime. Try to push the water off the field. Yeah, man, Reynoso. Is him on the see oh shoot, I have the wrong something there. Hold on, let me put up the right thing. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, boy, yeah, man. Reynoso. Reynoso. I'm never change the score. Just because Cuba in white, you think it's a US team. We say it's a throw you off. USA and Mexico haven't given up a goal all tournament. Nope. Cuba get the best chance a while ago to do something and dash it away. I'm sure I score. Man, them a work with my prediction of 3-love, you know? Well, it's 1 versus 2. That might mean something to USA. They want to finish the group stage as the number 1 seed, but it don't really make a difference. Rojas trying to beat Musenden. Still on the ball. Lays it off now. Dunham. Cups. Dunham. Torquato. Dunham. Cups. Musenden. Sanchez. That was poor from Torquato that time. Good play, Borrell. Trying to thread it through. But that's well sniffed out by the US. Cups breaking the line. Torquato, good quick pass to Ramos. Ramos. Swan. That's a poor return pass. Martin. He'll go long in the channel. Cut out well by Musenden. Shaw. Sanchez in the center circle where he lives right now. He just decides to calm it down a bit. Cups. Dunham. Cups. Musenden. Cups. Dunham. Torquato. Acres of space. Into the middle. Here's Swan. Will he shoot? Laid it after Shaw, but it wasn't the best. Musenden will recover. Shaw. Contreras, Shaw. Sanchez has space to turn. Good pass out wide to Torquato. Torquato goes to the left, shoots towards the back post, cut out by Cuba. And that's going to be a corner. Burrell couldn't keep it in. Yes, worst team. Haiti on 6 points. That is it. Big win today. Cut out by Morales, and it will be a corner. Donovan Cups targets a little lower corner than expected. Cuba clear, but only as far. And that's a good win back by Rojas. And it's towed off of Iglesias' foot. It's going to be a throw into Cuba. Batista will take it. Zerkera. Batista. Good ball to Carsado. Carsado trying to thread the needle. Well cut out by Musenden. And now USA have numbers. Here's Swan. Swan going forward, looking for a pass. And he can't find one. And he's told to get up. Batista. Rojas. Back to Batista. Batista being chased. Good defending by Shaw. And he keeps possession back to Musenden. And the USA will reset again to Cups. Dunham. Space to look forward. Resets to Cups. Musenden. Cups. Dunham. The out ball has been to this left side. This time is Contreras though. Good ball into the middle. Here's Torquato. Oh, that's a brilliant flick to the back stick, but it's well cut out by Cuba. Shaw, what a strike. What a good strike. What a good finish. Wow. Clean strike. Clean strike. Alexander Shaw with a clean strike. On the hop. Caught that one sweetly. The Inter Miami player. I think they just held up Berchimas' jersey. I think he has a bad injury. Yep. Holding up Berchimas' jersey. I think his tournament is over after having to leave the game the last time. So 2-0 to the USA. That was a hell of a strike. In the rain. There's no stopping that one. So we need to beat Canada in order to top the group, but a draw with them will keep us in second place, which should still be enough to avoid USA and Mexico. Exactly. I mean, basically, Peter Mystic, it's looking like we're going to face Canada again twice, as long as we don't lose to them. Because if we beat them, we'll probably still play them again. If we draw with them, we'll probably still play them again. So, yeah. Yeah, that's two. Where's the next goal now for Cuba? No, man, I think the God's going to work with my prediction. So it'll be 3-0 USA. But if Cuba don't shape up, it's going to be more than 3-0 USA. And remember, they need at least 3 goals to time Mexico's output. If they can score 4 goals, then they pretty much will be the #1 seed going into the quarterfinals. Shaw, Contreras, Oyarzabal tried to play it back to Contreras, but it was cut out. Contreras takes the throw quickly. Musenden back to Cups. Down the line looking for Shaw, but that's too much on that one. So here's the strike again. Martin with the, can't call it a clearance. But that's such a good strike on the hop, on the half volley. It's well taken. That's well taken. Yeah, man, good goal. Cuba have no possession. Yeah, they have none. Doesn't matter if Canada win or lose now with USA, Mexico 9 points and no rank system. Exactly. We're gonna have to play you guys twice. That's what it's looking like. Because Haiti getting 3 points, that's a second place and 6. So yeah. And Costa Rica already done with 6. So we can only leapfrog them to 7, which will make us win the group. Draw, which will make us stay right there in 6th slot out of the 8 teams that qualify for the quarterfinals. And Canada is going to be stuck in 3rd. So yeah, we're going to play them twice. Well, Peter Mystic, they have decided to rank it that way. Yeah. Let me show you. See if I can have it in writing. The 8 teams advancing from the group stage will be seeded with group winners ranked 1 to 3. If we win the group, will be 3 because we only can get the 7 points. Runners up 4 through 6. If we come second in the group, and if Panama and Honduras draw, we come second in the group. That's a great result for us. But let's say one of them win and we lose. There's a chance we finish 3rd, which would be not the best scenario in the world. And we'd be in 7th position, which right now would face USA. Now, if USA can score 2 more goals in this game, or even 1 more goal in this game, we'll see how the tiebreakers work out. But I think they're going to score 1 more for the game. Tournament champion and the highest placed team from Caribbean. Yeah, so that's what they decided to do. Re-rank the teams. No, Concacaf. Concacaf running this tournament. Brazilianos to the carpet. Well, we got one Braziliano. We'll see if the other one comes too. Cuba on the ball. Iglesias, that player is offside. It looked like. Yes, and the ref finally blows the whistle. Most of the damage being, well, I was going to say most of the damage being done on the right side, but that's really not true. Torquato has been good on the left too. So yeah. Cooper Sanchez. Cups. Dunham. Torquato. Dunham. Cups. Dunham. Cuba Sanchez. Good ball into space. Here's Contreras. That's what I mean about his physicality. Kind of just bumped off the ball a bit there, Contreras. Actually, that was Torquato, sorry. So and then why Contreras was over this side. FC Dallas product. Made a couple of benches. Has played the majority of his time at North Texas this season. USA on the attack, and that's cut out. That was Shaw again challenging that right channel. And this time it was defended and it goes out for a corner to the US. Contreras will take this corner. Outswinger with his right foot into the box. Well headed away. USA back in possession. Here's Contreras. Good ball into the channel. Musenden. That one ran away from him and goes out for a goal kick. Cuba play short. It's not the worst ball in the world, but not the best layoff. Santi fell. Didn't win that loose one. Reynoso helping to build out. Borcel. Sayas, goalkeeper. Martin. Batista. Good 1-2. Batista going forward now at the halfway line. Finds Iglesias. Iglesias trying to hold it up, but he was being held. I think that might have been Zerkera that was fouled that time. It's a free kick to Cuba just inside the half of the US. Two centre backs gone up for Cuba. Into the box. And that wasn't the worst ball in the world. Morales getting on the end of that one, but he couldn't direct it towards the goal. Cups. Dunham. Cups. Contreras. Musenden Shaw. Musenden. Cups again. Poor touch. Dunham. Cups. Many times I'm going to say that tonight. Good ball out. Torquato is always in acres of space on this side. Ramos. This goes back to Dunham. Over to Cups. Cups wide to Contreras. Contreras beats one. Tries to thread the needle, but Zerkera was there. USA hustle to win it back. Contreras on the ball again. Musenden. Contreras. Cups. Good leave by Torquato. Here's Ramos. Now he finds Torquato again on the run. Torquato just drops it off to Ramos. Ramos looks up. Into the box. Cleared by Cuba. Here's Borcel. Trying to find a pass. It's cut out by the US and well played as well, Torquato. Here is Sanchez. Eases it off. Dunham. Cups. Musenden. Contreras miscontrols. Throwing for Cuba. Sanchez again in the center circle. Nobody near him. Contreras. Musenden. About 4 minutes left in the half, people. I will reserve judgment on all these FIFA officials, Concacaf officials, all of them. Oh, good first touch, Iglesias. Oh, that's going to be a yellow card. 14 on 14. Musenden will go in the book. It was a brilliant first touch by Iglesias there. Brilliant, brilliant first touch. Free kick. Cuba play it wide. Oh, good fake. Quinones. Oh, it's not Quinones. Who was that? Oh, yeah, that was Quinones. Theas. Batista. Lays it off. Morales. Carsado. Cuba keep it in play, but only to Cups. Cups finds a good pass to Contreras. Here's Ramos. Back to Cups. Cups breaking the line again. Here's Shaw. Ramos, good 1-2. Here's Ramos running at pace. Does get it back. Good ball, Santi. And a save from Zayas. Swan couldn't finish that time. A good play from Batista getting away from pressure. Poor clearance. USA will win this one again. Here's Cups. 1-2-3. Cups into the box. And what a save by Zayas. Cups going for a goal today. Good football from the USA. 1, 2, 3, 4 pass in a row. Puebla 1, Chivas 1. All right. Look like the rain might have calmed a little bit on the field right now, but I have to wait till I see a closer angle to be sure. Sanchez. Here's Cups. Still 2-0. Wide to Contreras. He's on the left side now. Torquato and Contreras gets that one blocked. Musin then over to Sanchez. Drops it off to Chris Cups. Here is Sanchez. Sanchez, Ramos. Shaw. Ramos. Ooh. Santia flick on ball. He thought he did everything right there. And another key chance, big chance created by Santi. Swan just couldn't sort out his feet. Was off balance when he took the strike. Weak one in the end. Weak. And also had a little spell where he looked dangerous, but since then he's been really quiet. Reynoso, calm down, my boy. I know you're frustrated. But don't get you're on a yellow card already. Chill out. Chill out, my boy. Quinones flips this one towards the box. Dunham does well to win. Torquato. Good ball, Dunham. Contreras with a poor first touch. It looked like Contreras has switched. Ramos has gone central. Santi has gone more out to the right. And those tactical switches are very short because it's halftime now. So 2-0 to the USA. Goals from Ramos and Shaw in the first half. So what you guys thought of the first half? Thought it was a good one. USA pretty much the dominant team. Let's get the stats on the screen for you guys. So this is the first half statistics in the game. 0.86 expected goals for US, 0.59, not bad for Cuba. 75% ball possession to 25 in favor of USA. 7 shots to 5, 3 shots on target to 1. 2 big chances. That one big chance fell to Cuba at 1-0. Could have made the game different. 2 corners for US, none for Cuba. 92% passing accuracy. That's amazing. 360 completed in the first half. So they're going for upwards of 700 passes completed today. If that pace continues, then we have 97 out of 130 for 75%. That is for Cuba. Both teams have a yellow card. I think Reynoso got one, and trying to remember who got the yellow for the US. Musen then for the pull. Yeah, I remember. Shots off target, block shots, inside, outside the box. USA hit the post, Colton Swan. They scored a header to Ramos. Eleven for 18, 61% long passes. Cuba 9 for 27, so not as accurate. Passing the final third, USA all the way at 82%, 56% for Cuba. 3 out of 10 on crosses were the US. 0 for 2 on crosses was Cuba. That's pretty much it for the offensive stats. Defensively, USA 73% tackle percentage, success rate. Cuba 5 of 5, 100%. One more duel won by Cuba. They have 6 more clearances. USA have 3 more interceptions. No glaring errors to speak of in the match so far. An 8-3. You see the goals prevented as well. 0.05 for Rizvanovic. Negative 1.06 for Zaya. So the two captains on the day are the goalkeepers, and that's pretty much how it looks for them. Now, this is the current group standings as it stands. USA on +6. Well, now they would be on +8. See if them have the live standings on here. Mhm. USA. Okay, see live standings. Right now, Haiti looking good. Cuba, they have 0 goal difference now. So what that mean? Will the 3 points be enough? So right now they're on 0. If they lose this game, 3, get to -1. They'll still have the tiebreaker due to goals scored. So they're lucky there. So they still should finish 8th, Cuba, if this result gets to 3. Now, if it gets any worse than that, then actually Guatemala would keep their spot well until tomorrow happens. Because of course it's all contingent on the Panama Honduras result. If they were to only draw, then Cuba and Guatemala actually would keep the 7th and 8th slot. No, Guatemala they could flip flop if they'll end up losing this game by more than 3, which is possible. A lot of variables here. 50 of you in the building, people. Thanks so much for the support. Please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think Cuba has any chance to come back in this game tonight? Or is pretty much USA gonna run away with this one tonight? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We have 35 likes on the 35 votes on the video and 30 likes, people. Please do smash the like button. As a reminder, look at this. All right, people, just a little gentle reminder that we do need the support with hitting the like button. Please make sure that you're doing so on the video. If you're here for the first time, just stick around, listen to the commentary, listen to the content, listen to the analysis, and you decide whether you'd like to subscribe to the channel. I can assure you, if you found this channel because you just like football and the algorithm, put it in your feed for you to see it, yeah, man, just give me a little chance before you leave the video. Break down the games and stuff, and how I call the action, and you'll find that if you like football, you'll probably want to come back. So give the channel a chance. People keep on thumping up the like button and let me know in the comment section, do you think Cuba can make a comeback or not? All right, people, I had to sort out myself, get something out the fridge real fast. But we are back, almost ready for second half action to begin. I guess nobody thinks that Cuba have a chance. They're showing some highlights of the Haiti and El Salvador game, which was an exciting one. Here's the turn from Franco. They're down to 10 men at this point, and the run was exquisite. Just too much pace, too much control of the dribble, and the chance looked like he was going to go begging after the cutback, but he was alert. The rebound coming right back to the shooter, and he was able to head it home. And there was a penalty given at 2-1, and it's saved. So they converted one penalty to make it 1-1, got a second to make it 2-2, and couldn't convert that one. So Haiti advanced to the quarterfinals. Big result after starting off the group with a 3-0 loss to the USA. They bounced back with 2 1-goal victories, 1 3-2 and 1 2-1. And by virtue of that, they are through to the quarterfinals. What do you guys think of the overall quality of the competition so far? I think there have been some good players. Honestly, like, some gems that you're looking that you could say, yeah, we found some gems from this tournament. I think there have been quite a few. I think what has been impressive as well is some of the parity. Like, I think Mexico and the USA, when you really break down their performances, they look a little better than the rest of the teams. But I think the gap is closing. They have 3-0 victories in basically most of the games, all the teams. But those games, when you look at them, like even this game here, Cuba is not as good as the USA, but
they still offer some threat going forward. They had one of the best chances of the game and couldn't convert. So I think the gap is getting tighter. I think the Concacaf teams that are trying to chase, the top teams are getting better. And I think you can see that, some of the coaching is also improving at this level as well. Teams look a little more organized. I think there's different systems being played by different teams at different times in the game. So, they're trying to keep up with the tactical awareness that you see on display, around the world. That's one thing that you could say. In the past, maybe that could be something CONCACAF could be guilty of, is some of that tactical know-how in games. And I think that's something that's improving in the region. And I think we're seeing that being implemented by some of these youth teams as well. But what do you guys think? You guys think the standard is pretty much staying the same in CONCACAF? You think it got any better? What are your guys' thoughts as far as the level of play that we're seeing in this U20? Respect Baggio, respect Baggio. Baggio said Cuba can't come back. Who do we play if we finish second? Well, more than likely, Baggio. If we finish second tomorrow, that means Canada will finish first. As it stands, there are two teams that have finished second with 6 points, right? So if we finish second tomorrow by a draw or even by losing and staying in second, we will be ranked 6th out of the 8 qualifying teams to the quarterfinals. So that means we'll play the 3rd ranked team, which actually would be the team that will play tomorrow, which is Canada. So Baggio, I think one of the most likely outcome of this first round, if we finish first or second in our group, we're going to face Canada twice. Because I think Canada will finish second if we beat them. And I think if we draw, Canada will still win the group and we finish second. And it will be 3 versus 6, and that will be us versus Canada. Haiti isn't bad at all. That is true. Cuba problemas. Canada v Jamaica, I think 2 mass time. Yeah, if you're 2 hours behind me, yeah. May try to do golf earlier. I'm going to be damn hot up here tomorrow. Canada number 3 rank, and yeah, we play one another again if we draw or win. Exactly. Now, Panama and Honduras could throw a wrench in that theory. If it's Honduras, let's say, that wins the game and Jamaica loses, pretty much the goal difference is going to be even. So as of right now, Jamaica would have more goals than them. So if it's a low-scoring 1-goal victory for El Salvador and we lose the game by only 1 goal, we'll still keep second place more than likely, even though we'll both finish on 4 points. I think our goal differences would be the same, and we have scored more goals in the competition up to this point. So it's going to come down to the wire. Honduras only got 2 goals and we got 4. So, yeah, we have that tiebreaker. Yeah, man, Badger, it's a madness. Jamaica need to do something for the game tomorrow. Or need to fix something. So what do you think we need to fix, David? I could see Honduras winning, says Moss. Yeah, I think they are the stronger of the 2 teams, to be fair. But Panama and Honduras is always a grudge match. Just like Costa Rica, Honduras is always a grudge match. But I do think Honduras look like the slightly better outfit. I don't think it's a big gap, but I do think Honduras is a little bit better team. Even though Panama scored twice on us, and Honduras only scored once, I still feel like Honduras had a better control of the game than Panama against us. I feel like we were able to create a lot more against Panama. Jamon Lyle had a field day in the second half. Sanchez into Contreras has the cutback. That's boy, that without that cutout by Martin, that could have been ugly. That was falling right to Colton Swan to make it 3. But well cut out there by Martin in defense. So we really should have beaten Panama. Yes, we should have. You know, I mean, I'm happy we drew because we were down. But yeah, in the grand scheme of the group, we should have beaten them. Yeah, we just I don't know what happened in that first half. We're so lethargic. I think the players just were a little bit leggy to start the game. Maybe the altitude and stuff. Maybe that could have affected. I know Panama were able to go 2 weeks earlier and acclimatize in Mexico, so maybe they didn't have the same effects. But to Jamaica's credit, they had a different energy in the second half. And I think once we started to believe and once we started to put them under pressure, Panama definitely had the panic going on. By the way, people, anybody that was here with me for that stream had some extenuating circumstances. I had to jump off the stream. You knew the timing of the situation and what was happening. So, you know, if there was any way I could have stayed on stream, I would have. I definitely robbed the channel of a chance to have a big moment because I'm sure I would have been acting like an idiot when that goal went in if I was live. But such is life sometimes. You know, you have to make decisions in that moment. In that moment, I felt like the best decision was to lock off the stream and deal with what I had going on. So anybody that was here, I apologize for the abrupt ending to the stream, but thanks for all the support that I got on that video. All the people that dropped a like. You guys are the real legends, right? So anyway, back to the action. USA on the ball. Santi, wide. Good ball to Contreras. Good closing down though by Cuba. And that will be played out for a throw. Musenden will take this one. The only US player on the field with a booking right now. Shaw. And it looks like some kind of infraction by Musenden on the throw. Let's see what happened. Oh yeah, he never really came over with the throw. Dropped it out of his hands to Shaw. Here's Iglesias. That ball stays in place somehow, and Musenden does well to body Iglesias off the ball, and he gets the final touch on it, does Iglesias, before it goes out of play. USA quickly on the ball. Here's Shaw. Line broken to Santi. Good closing down by Borsell there. Didn't give him any time. Ooh! And Borsell, through the salad of Contreras, is brought down. That will be a free kick to Cuba. Right in front of the Cuban bench. Over the top, Batista. Cerqueira wanted a foul for being jumped on by Cups, but no call. He looks frustrated. Cerqueira is no slouch either. He's pretty tall, but nobody matches up to the physicality overall from Cups. Pound for pound, probably the biggest player in the competition. And that's cut out by Torquato. It's going to be a throw on the far side for Cuba, taken quickly. And the ref didn't like the spot of the throw, so he's going to push them back. Quinones will take this one. Quinones goes down the wing. Cerqueira on the ball, looking for space. Can't get that one into the box. I'm trying to see, did they take Reynoso off? Where is he? With 1-2, Quinones, can he get the cross in? And that's poor. Out for a goal kick. And that's terrible from Quinones, under no pressure. I'm not seeing Reynoso on the pitch, so let me see, did they make a sub? It doesn't say here that they made a sub. So I'm not sure how come he wasn't on the right side just now. Okay, he's back on the pitch, so I guess he was receiving treatment or something. Here comes Torquato down the flank. Inside to Ramos. Sanchez on the ball. He brings a calmness to the midfield. Him and Colin, very similar players. I think Sanchez is a little bit cleaner on the ball. Colin has a bigger presence though, bigger physically. But I think Sanchez is just that beat quicker on the ball. I think he'll do a little bit better under pressure if he's pressed. Can definitely see why Cooper Sanchez plays for his MLS first team. I think he understands space really well too as a number 6. Just understands when to check in and get in that space and when to vacate it to make space for others. Mussenden, good line breaking pass. Shaw taken away by Borcel, but given back by Cuba to USA quickly. Here's Contreras. USA doing a really good job tonight of counter pressing, winning the ball back right after they lose it most of the time. And that's how they have 75% possession today. Dunham to Cups. Cups going forward. Breaks the line. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez, good flick through, but a little too much on that one. And Morales will see that one out for a goal kick to Cuba. So no subs by either coach at halftime. One of the captains today, Cuban goalkeeper, Zayas, will take this one. And he will go long. Taken down well by Reynoso. Dribbling past 1, 2. Tries to get past 3. But too many Americans in the way. That's cut out by Shaw in the end. And they'll reset the Cups. Back to Shaw. Shaw turns, faces the center circle. Plays it out wide to Contreras. Contreras looking forward, but now goes infield. Does decide to play down the flank to Shaw. Shaw just drops it back. And it will reset again to Cups. Cups goes wide. This is Torquato. That's well played by Torquato into the middle. And Santi tried to play the return pass, but it was cut out. Cup steps up and Shaw with a poor first touch didn't realize he was under pressure, and there's a counter press again. Cooper Sanchez taking it right back. Cups. Sanchez breaking the line well. Here's Shaw. Shaw was looking for Santi, but I don't think he was expecting that one to his feet. He was running into the channel a little bit, and in the end, it was just behind him. Cuba tried to build out, and they will get the loose ball. Here's Reynoso over the top. That's not the worst ball in the world. In fact, it's very good. Here's Rojas. Rojas, one in front, and that's way too close to the goalkeeper. Had Iglesias and Zerkira running far post, but could not get the angle on it to get it away from Rizvanovic. And USA will reset again. Torquato, Dunham, Cups, Torquato, Cups, Mussenden on the ball. Shaw, now wide to Contreras. Santi. Contreras. Contreras wanted to nick off the defender, but the ref didn't see one. Still a little bit of rain, but not nearly as bad as it was in the first half. This one dropped all the way back to Rizvanovic now. Cups will advance with the ball. Shaw plays it wide to Contreras. Contreras further wide now to Santi. Santi with one in front. Does well to get by him. Still on the ball. Santi is brought down in the box. And the Cuban player demonstrative, saying that Santi is looking for a penalty. Santi is still down, holding his foot. Let's see. Does he have a claim? Yeah, he doesn't get the ball, none at all. That's a penalty. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think he gets the ball at all here. What do you guys think? Looks like it has been looked at and cleared. No, well, they're waiting. I have a feeling they might have him go and look at this on the monitor, but let's see. And they have called him to look at the monitor. I think it's going to be given, but let's see. I think Santi's foot is the foot that moved the ball away, and all he kicked was his foot. But that's what I saw. The longer the game goes on versus Canada will benefit us. I'm not too confident with our defense. We have to play with more intent in the first half, and defenders have to be aware. We have to know how to play with the midfield. Better playmakers. Lyle to start over Scott. Jump in the mid. Okay. While Lyle super sub looking good, bro. I don't know if I would change it, Golfing during Arsenal at Hirona. Okay. Man kick with the ball. I think him kick it right. I think him kick with him foot. So they're showing it to him now. Usually in this situation, the conversation is, well, we call you over because we think you need to just look at it again. From our point of view, there was no touch by the defender. The attacking player actually moves the ball. So we wanted to look at it again a few more times. So they are already going into this trying to tell him he made a mistake. Which is why I would love if we could just hear the conversation in real time whenever they're having it. I think that would improve the viewers' experience, if they just did that. Yeah, he never touches the ball. He controls the ball away from him and he trips his foot. It's quite obvious. I mean, it's an optical illusion because his foot goes that direction when the ball goes that direction, but you can see that the attacker gets the touch to it and not his foot. But let's see what the referee says. I think that's a penalty. But what does the ref think? The man them still a look on it, brother. Yo, them can't convince my boy say a penalty. I must that. They can't convince the man. Them can't convince him, people. Them still a try show the same call. And the man still not tell them say a penalty. Yo, the referee said, "One, two, no, a corner, brother." Ref say a corner, I'm in a business, you don't know. From this angle, it looked like him get a touch. But from the other one, I think I can see that him never touch it. Yo, I don't know, guys. I thought that should have been a PK, but still 2-0. It is a penalty. Yeah, I thought it was a penalty, Jamrock. I did. But I think the VAR was trying to tell the ref the same, and the ref just said, "No, I don't see it. I don't see that. That's not what I see." At the end of the day, it's his call, so you take him responsibility. I would love to see the percentage of when a call is not given on the field and then it's told to be looked at VAR. How much percentage at the time is it not a penalty? Still, I would love to see those percentages. Because normally when you look at it again, they're recommending you look because they think you made a mistake. Looks like USA about to make a triple sub. Colin, Days, and Dylan Vanny. And here's Shaw going forward, looking for the cross. And that's well over for a goal kick. So Santi coming off. Not Santi. Ramos coming off. Fanny is on. Musin then off, Days on. And Shaw is off and Colin on. So more than likely Colin will sit. Cooper Sanchez gets to go a little more forward. Or let's see, maybe not. Maybe Cooper still plays where he's been playing. Colin is a little more free. But we're going to find out now. Now it looks like Cooper is pushing up higher. Days. Sagaris had enough. Man say, yo, Days have to step on the field. Good ball to Jaden. Jaden Contreras in the box. Oh, nothing. Okay, that time he gives a penalty. Yo, VAR, make him go look on that now. Make him go look at that now, VAR. Fair is fair. That is a penalty. What about this one? So the referee calls the penalty. Let's see the replay. He's pointing to the ball, but why? He actually never touches the ball at all. I think Jaden Contreras has pulled rank on the penalty as well. Got up right away and said it is. So Contreras, there were a lot of players that you would think would be like the star for this team. But the way our USA been playing, I think he came on in the first game, and from that time to now, he's been the one that they look to the most. And he's being asked to come and look, or is he talking to the coach? What is he doing? Oh, he's being told to come and look at VAR again. Wow. So let's see. Is it a penalty? I mean, he never touches the ball. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, foul on this guy. USA gonna get the penalty. See? He never touched the ball. Him just tackle, him slide, him hit him left foot right there, the whole left leg. Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't be overturned. That has to be a pen, right, Woon? Like, I mean, what are they even saying to him right now? The man say corner again. Yo, what is, man? Deja vu. This just happened before. When does he ever touch the ball? Why is it a corner? Why is it a corner? When does he ever touch the ball? He never touches the ball. How can it be a corner? It should just be a goal kick then. So a double sub by Cuba. Rojas off. I didn't see the other one. So Casado is off. Perez is on. So a like for like there. And Rojas is off. And Quinones, the other Quinones, the attacking Quinones is on, number 7. The last Cuban team had some brothers too. What was their name again? One of them did play right back, and one did play wing. And it's like the same thing. One of them play right back, and one play wing this time again. You don't remember what them names start. Can't remember what them name. Big up one. This ref will never give USA a USA game again. Yeah, I can't believe that one. I just put it on and saw the pen straight away. I thought the ref didn't give and was being called over to overturn and give it. I don't understand. Maybe I need another angle. I don't know. Yeah, bro. Dylan Vanny has a twin brother too. Okay, mad. But him not make the side, I don't think. He is with a cross cut out by Martin, and I think it's gonna be a throw, I believe. It is a throw. So Days will take a throw here. Looks like he's setting up for the long one. Into the box. Good flick. Ooh, that could have gone anywhere, but Morales put it out for a corner. Not the best defending there. Need to do better to win the first ball. But this will be another outswinging corner. They've been dangerous today, but they haven't gotten on the end of any of them. They have been put into good areas. Have some good targets as well. That's into the far post that time. Poor defending, but it works out in the end. Second chance. Manny tries to keep this one in play, and he does, and will win USA a throw. Reynoso don't realize that they're losing. Man throw the ball on the ground before him give the man the ball to throw it in fast. Calling over the top. And Contreras did well to just get a foot onto that one. Quinones with the loose touch. Days runs that one down back to Cups. Cups, Rizvanovic realizing he has time. Ooh, what a slide tackle by Batista. That's going to be a yellow card. Here's Contreras. Does well to cut back on his left foot and then does foolishness with his left foot. Had the layoff to the top of the box, but did go for the shot. And yes, a yellow card to Batista, definitely deserving of that one. That was a nasty challenge there. Look at this on the replay. Yep, right. Our team, boy, our team have some deficiencies. I think the center backs are weak. I think that we we don't we don't keep the ball well enough, which is, I mean, that's a symptom of most Jamaican teams. I think we're not the worst in that regard when it comes down to like Jamaican teams in general. With this team, I think that there's enough players on the field that have enough technical ability to where if we just have a little more confidence, sometime we could probably keep the ball more. Um, we definitely have the type of thing that makes Jamaican teams have a chance in games, which is players that can produce just moments. You know, Nolan, Lyle, Jamani Bell, um, Howell, you know, Jermaine Young. Like these are players that at a moment can just give you a moment, right? So Jamaica needs that because you know we're not going to be the cleanest, we're not going to keep the ball the most. Um, but I do feel like the biggest thing going to hold us back is I don't think we took the best centre back options overall. Like I think we might give up a little too many chances than we need to get where we really want to go in the competition. But look, I already my prediction for Jamaica in this tournament 1-1 has already been blown out of the water because I said that Jamaica was going to finish last in the group, and right now Jamaica in line to potentially win the group. So don't take my advice on it, but I do think that we have some good players. I think that you know, Owen Jump as the CDM would probably be the best option. But when I'm really being honest, you know, that's not if that's my best CDM option, then I think we could do better as far as who we have on the team. You know, because they've been playing Jermaine there, and I think he fits the role in terms of his stature, but I don't think his characteristics as a player, that's his best position. I think he'd do better as a box to box and you play a six with him. So that's why I'd probably start Jump with Jermaine and then you push Howell further up the pitch because I think Howell would give us much more if you play him in a more attacking role. So that's my tweaks I would put in the team. But I think regardless, 1-1, we're going to have to score goals and create chances because I don't think our centre backs will be able to stop other teams enough. You know? I think 1v1, like when they're on the ball, just defend a man, they're good. But I think in space defending, they both struggle. Like they don't quite understand space while them defending well enough for me. Ooh, 3-0 Days. Come on and score. But they answer the question and not even a watch. I missed it. Hold on, let me go back. So it was from the corner. Dylan finally find one. Days. Yep. the other boy. So Days had played all the minutes in the tournament up to this point. Got a rest tonight. I like the group of players, some very good players at this level, but a couple of weaker areas, and we ain't picking the best 11 in my opinion, which don't help. Yeah, everybody's saying to start Lyle, but I kind of think find like a dynamite with him coming off the bench. So I wouldn't even change that right now. I'm not too. Yeah, that's the one part of the field, you know. I think Campbell Dennis, you might as well start him at right back because we're going to retain a lot better with him on the field. And you know, he's enough of a good enough athlete to where he can defend the speedy wingers. It's just when him have to tuck in and defend centrally and a ball come back post, I kind of worry about that. But you know, we have to kind of play it by here depending on who we play. If we play a side with a tall left winger, then boy, it might not be the best game to start him over there. But you know, that's where the coaching comes in. Canada should win, but you're right. Jamaica can produce a good athletic moment. Maybe we can get some set pieces. Yeah, but we're not the tallest side in the world. USA 3-0. Yep. Yeah, man. Nolan Abala. Yeah, USA want the #1 rank. I think they need more goals though. And there it is. 4th goal, Torquato. And I didn't go high enough on my goals prediction. So USA will get the #1 ranking. Even if Cuba's find a consolation 1 goal, the goal difference might be the same, but USA would have scored more goals. So USA at this point, yeah, they are the #1 seed. And my man Gardner, Howell is solid. Yeah, of some players, man. So it's a tough day at the office for Cuba at this point. Torquato joining the party, 4-0 USA. So my prediction falling short. I'm waiting for the 3-0. It's now 4. Wow. 4-0. Very good shot by Torquato there. Had a couple of those. Shaw's shot was really nice on the half volley. Another really good shot. Them rain ball game, when you take a shot and it skip off of the water, you know. Come on. Just hit it into the ground, man. Just shoot off. So Cuba down 4-0 and their tournament looking like it's gonna come to an end because they might just fall below Guatemala. So they're at -2, Guatemala on 3 points at -1. So they will be effectively out of the tournament if Panama or Honduras are able to get 3 points tomorrow. So Cuba will finish this night in 8th spot as of right now's result. But if tomorrow Honduras and Panama don't have a draw as their final result, then Cuba will be out of the competition. Guatemala will be the 8th spot, and whoever finishes 3rd in Group C will be the 7th spot. So Jamaica would like to avoid that because right now that would mean we have to face the host Mexico in the quarterfinals with a trip to the World Cup on the line. Facing a solid force from Vancouver in the CPL. Good player. Bit robotic for my taste, but at this level is effective. It's good football by the US. Torquato in a more advanced position, cutting in on his left foot inside. Vanni, Santi, back to Vanni, and it's easily walked into the goal. USA 5, Cuba 0. Oh my gosh. And that one was basically good composure, good technique, good movement. Everything about that goal was nice. That didn't even look like USA. That looked like another team, maybe like Spain or somebody else. Like, that was a nice goal, a nice team goal. If we finish first or second, we're gonna play back Canada in the quarterfinals. Concacaf come up with another madness again, and basically the first place teams are ranked 1 through 3. The second place teams are ranked 3 through 6. And the third place teams, the two that qualify, are ranked first and second. So to make up the 8. So then play 1 verse 8, 2 verse 7, 3 verse 6. And the way that work out, Canada is going to be the third ranked team if they win the group. And Jamaica will be the 6th ranked team if we finish second. If we finish first, Canada will be the 6th rank and we'll be the third. So we're going to face them regardless. So I think we might as well start scout analyze from now on, because we're going to play Canada twice, more than likely. That's what it's shaping out to look like. Now, if I am wrong, and Honduras mainly, if Honduras win and we lose to Canada, there's a very high chance that we will end up finishing 7th in the bracket, which means we face Mexico, who will be the 2 second-ranked team in the bracket. USA will be first. So 5-0 to the US now. And they just will relax and pass the ball around. They have pretty much done their job. Yep, funny score. Stupid Concacaf is doing a lot of stupidness. Yeah, man, them are the madness, brother. I mean, it's like, in a way, I like that it's not predetermined, like which group going to play which team and this and that, but I just wish it never work out where you play the same team. You know, that just kind of whack to me. But I mean, I kind of don't hate the idea of ranking the teams based on how their points were in the group all throughout the tournament. Like comparing how you did compared to the other group second place teams and stuff like that to rank it. I don't mind that. So Cuba ringing in some changes. Diamantes on for Burrell. Aguila on for Iglesias. Come on, man. Number 9, they just come mess up the whole play. After Santi and Torquato are knocking. Oh, good save, Zayas. For Sanchez nearly get one. Yardi Maurice. $85 gone in the game. USA just seeing it out at this point. Good 1-2. Couldn't get on the end of that one though. Had to be a goal kick to Cuba. 5-0. Canada don't look that good to me. We should be capable of beating them, but we will see. should be. With three groups, this is a better way to do it. Just weird and lucky we can face another back to back. It's messed up.
Quinones in some space now. Can he do something? Good release of the pass. Here's Reynoso into the box. Cuts it back to Quinones. It's blocked by Sanchez and it will be a corner to Cuba. Can they get a consolation? Can they get a consolation though? No, they can't. They cannot do it, folks. Oyar Shabal. Sure. Party tricks. This. Well done. Sanchez. This. Cups. Up the field. Easily cut out. Too direct against USA. The athletes will gobble up all of that. Rapija is down. And that went out of play. So USA (6 minutes injury time). Then wicket to Cuba. And Cuba get 6. Oyar Chabal. And this is too much space for USA. Struck to the far post. Good save by the keeper. Dean looking for one. If you had to bet on 5 players from our team to go to do good things as senior pros, who would you bet on? Question. I think Nolan's a pretty safe bet. He's going to do something in the senior level. I think I think Jermaine, when it's said and done, will do something at the senior level, number 8. I think Lyle, I think Bell, what's that, 4? And I think Che. I don't think he's going to give us as much in the U20, this actual tournament, but I think long term, his technical ability, I just think he just needs to get stronger. I just think he's still a bit slight, you know? Can tell that him put on weight from like the last time he was around and everything, but just like, it's tough for him once him get leaned on. And I mean, you look at these players on this field, for USA especially, and it's like, I don't know. But prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I play good. Yo, Perez company field to kick over people. Perez is on the field to goon. If we put the 5th goal, people are gonna think we don't want them get them goals, Yeah. I mean, players have potential. Like, even though I don't think for right now they're strong options, I do think the guy that scored the goal in the game have potential. I just think he still needs some more coaching and stuff. But there's some natural things that he does that I like, and I think it's a plus that he's left-footed as a centre back. That's just something that's, you know. But he does have to get better in terms of his timing on aerials. Too often when he's defending, because he's good attacking set pieces. I saw him score in the qualifiers. I saw him score the last time he was playing, I think U17 it was, he scored in a game. So, he has a knack for scoring on set pieces, but I think when he's defending crosses, too often I think he's like reactive. He's not going to win that football in the air. So yeah, it just needs some more work. But there's aspects of his game that I like. So last minute of injury time here, Cuba is gonna go down. They'll be basically eliminated with this result. Well, actually, I keep saying that they won't be, because if Panama and Honduras were to draw tomorrow, they will advance as the 8th seed and actually face USA again. Jaja. But the coach can game plan. Man get 5. Come up with some kind of strategy, boss. Yo, Vine do that too much, man. Them just give away the ball some of the time, And that's it. Ref has blown the whistle. I agree. I think he has a bit decent. Maybe he's good coaching, but time is running out. Bad habits die hard, but he has potential. Yeah, I think he's still what 17, 18, so he's not that old. This guy's about to play Manning Cup again though. Like I don't understand what these people are on. Prestige of winning a Manning Cup just means so much to some of these people. Play some JPL, if anything, my friend. So that is it, people. 5-0. USA definitely throwing down a gun tonight. You see the stats on the game. USA expected goals at 1.86. So they had some very good finishes in that 5-0, not that high of an XG. Ball possession stayed about the same throughout the game, 75-25. USA almost double the shots. 8 more shots on target by USA. So they were very accurate with the shooting today. 3 big chances, 6 corners to 1. 91% clip. Didn't get to the 700, but 676. Um, Cuba did improve in the second half, passing 76%. They got 3 yellow cards. Total shots 15-8. We saw that. Block shots hit the post. 2 headed goals by the US. Ramos and Days. Touches in the opposition box was much closer first half. USA got that up to 31. Cuba had 1 accurate through pass on the day. Long passes, 24 of 38 for 63% for USA, 22 of 48 for 46% for Cuba. Passed in the final third. USA 124. Cuba with 100 less, completed at 24. So that should give you an idea. Crosses were a good tactic for the US, 32%, not bad. Got in 19 crosses. USA dominated. No connected crosses for Cuba out of their 5. Both teams tackle well, over 70%. Cuba won 6 more duels, had 10 more clearances, which is to be expected. USA had 6 more interceptions on the day. On a good day for Rizvanovic, 0.50 goals prevented. Zayas, the opposite, minus 2.63. That's one you want to forget right there. But lineups, Zayas got a 4.8 rough. But everybody on the US in green except for Colton Swan. And then some subs got into the green as well. Days and Vanny, 2 substitutes. Everybody with decent scores. But Contreras, Oyarzabal, very good today. Ramos, effective. Not going to make that much noise, but when he comes alive, it's always something good. Cooper Sanchez, like I said, brought some calmness to the midfield. Shaw had the goal, but I think Sanchez was better overall, just setting the tempo, being there to just calm things down. Torquato got a good goal in the end. Very fleet of foot, was the outlet on the left side for most of the game. So yeah, USA looking good going into the quarterfinal round. Right now, let me show you guys who it's looking like, how it's looking like the matchup's gonna unfold. Let me get this off the screen real quick, and let's go to this. All right, so I have it. So how come them don't move? Huh? So how Cuba is still ahead of them? Points, goal difference. But Cuba is on -3. So this is confusing. Why Cuba is ahead of them? What am I missing here, people? Goal difference slide, a goal scored this one. me see. Superior goal difference in all group matches. So USA, Haiti advance. Mexico, Costa Rica advance. Guatemala still possible. And then Canada, Jamaica advance as well at this stage. But where will we finish is the question. So this is how it's going to rank, or the re-ranking. This is up for debate. I think Wikipedia, can I just edit this myself? Because I think this is wrong. Guatemala should be above Cuba based on this stat right here. So the goal difference. -1 is better than -3. So yeah, I don't get that one. Is it going to switch? I guess not. 17 or 18 in terms of learning basics, because anywhere you go, they will not teach you basics. They expect you to already know that stuff. True. I think the general understanding is there. It's just a little bit of help with like film work and showing him, all right, you see this right here? When you see this happen, this is what, just them little thing there. I don't think it's like you have no clue at all, but I think there's a bit of guesswork going on sometimes and just instincts working off of sometimes. But yeah, I know what you mean though. I mean, it's not like 17, 18 is necessarily formative years, but it's not the end. Like you can still learn at 17, 18. Could have been more if not the keeper. Oh yeah, facts. Man get a low rated same way. All right, so that is what we're looking like currently. Canada, even though they have 4 points, would still be ranked in that top 3 because they won their group. Of course, Canada could finish on 5 with Jamaica if they draw. They could finish on 7, or they could finish on 4. But what it's looking like, people, since Haiti and Costa Rica as second place finishers have 6 points, it's almost a guarantee that whoever comes second in Group C will finish behind Haiti and Costa Rica. So they're locked into, basically second place in Group C is locked into where Jamaica is. Whether that becomes Canada tomorrow or Jamaica or even Honduras if they win and flip the goal difference with Jamaica. Now Jamaica, by virtue of having 4 points, would automatically qualify. That's why it says they're advanced already. Now, if we happen to lose to Canada by a certain amount of goals, and Honduras beat Panama by a certain amount of goals, more than likely the goal difference would flip, and we would be on the outside of that 4 to 6 bracket and drop down to number 7, in which case we would play against Mexico. Now, right now, this is showing USA as second, but I just think this is not quite factoring everything in, because the first tiebreaker, if points are equal, is the goal difference, which you can clearly see USA are at +11. So that, okay, so they have already changed that. Have they changed the Cuba one? Yes, they have. So somebody's watching my stream and they have edited something. I don't know what they did, but yeah, they edited it. They're listening to me. So good job. Good job, because I was telling the truth. So yeah, there you go. Updated right there. I just had to refresh. USA top, Mexico second. So people, the 3 scenarios for tomorrow. Jamaica end up where Canada is. Jamaica stay where they are. Canada stays where they are. Honduras wins, right? If Jamaica draws with Canada, we still stay where we are, even if Honduras or Panama wins. Now, if Panama wins and Jamaica loses, and the goal margin in both games is only 1 goal, Jamaica still will stay where they are with 4 points. Panama would have a lesser goal difference, so they would jump into the 7th slot and play Mexico. Guatemala would drop down to 8 and play the United States. So I'm going to be honest. I think we're probably going to face Canada twice. That's what I really and truly think. I think Honduras and Panama actually ends in a draw. And the two teams you see in 7 and 8 right now remain there. And Jamaica and Canada will either be 3rd or 6th. One of those two things. And then we'll play them tomorrow and we'll play them again once the quarterfinals play. And the quarterfinals look like they are August the 4th and the 5th. So if we are that 3rd, 6th matchup, we will be the 5th in Puebla. And then the semifinals actually play in Mexico City. But yeah, if we win that game on the 5th, which is what? 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Okay, the 5th is Wednesday. Training. 8 o'clock local, so that's what, 10 o'clock my time. Damn, I'm going to reach home in time, you know. Well, we'll see. But yeah, people, that is it. That is it. The big ones tomorrow. You see it right there. That's local time. So around 2 o'clock is 4 o'clock for me. This one is 7, so that's 9 o'clock for me. So that's the times tomorrow. 4 o'clock for Jamaica, Canada, and Honduras, Panama at 9 o'clock tomorrow. So if anything, I know I won't be around for the Jamaica game, sadly. So for the first time this year, we won't be streaming live for the Jamaica one. But because we know what's going to happen that day, probably come forward out tomorrow night for the Honduras Panama one and just see what I go on. See where Jamaica actually end up, you know? Yeah, man. I like the football anyway, because you notice Jamaica on my side, I still watch all kind of games in this tournament. Basically, whenever I have the time on a game I play, I'm just forward out and run out with it. But you don't know, football is coming back to the club scene in just a moment. A lot of madness going on in transfer season. You see the kit. Yeah, but when I say a word, you know, when I say a word, I just watch the people, them, you know. I remember one time when people used to laugh when big transfers are going, I'm gonna have to sit on one side and can't even talk. Yeah, man. But you see, because I wasn't talking before, I'm not gonna start now. I'm gonna watch what I go on. Yeah, man. I'm gonna watch what I go on because once the season starts, you know, I have to do shows, you know, so I have to talk about the players that are transferring. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new season. You know, Gunners back to back. We're trying to go back to back. You know, and I want to do it more Arsenal style this year. That I noticed with the manager and the Bertha man. Yeah, man, they might try to do it more Gunners style. And I want to defend for 90 minutes or play that type of football all the time. No way. We get over the line now. Express yourself and win a trophy now. Who Haiti may play against? So Haiti is locked into that 5th slot right now. Them can't move. So they're good. They're basically locked in. They're locked into playing Costa Rica. There's no scenario where they don't play Costa Rica. Yeah, they're going. Is that Haiti Costa Rica can't change? No, there's no scenario where they move from those two spots. No matter what happens. So you can prepare. You can prepare for Costa Rica from now. That's who you're gonna play. The Mexican will leapfrog USA. No, but they don't have no other game to play. They both played their 3 games. So I'm not gonna leapfrog them. You already mean just like at the end of the tournament when they play in the final if they make it or whatever. What you mean? And them can't leapfrog them. Them games done in the group stage. The only group left to play is Group C, our group. So Yeah, them can't leapfrog them again. J Talks footy, it's gonna be either against Canada again in the quarterfinal, or if we fall down to number 7, which is the lowest we can fall, we'll play Mexico. If we draw tomorrow, we're gonna play Canada again in the quarterfinal, a one-half game to see who make the World Cup. And if we beat Canada, we're going to we're going to basically play Canada again. Now the only thing that could happen different is if we beat Canada, let's say we beat Canada like 3-1, them go to +1 goal difference, and Honduras give Panama 3 love. Them would actually finish on 6 points. No, actually, they would finish on 4 points and finish with a better goal difference, and we would play Honduras again. So there's like different variables that can happen, but the most likely thing, yeah, J Talks footy, it don't make no sense. Yeah, so basically, J Talks footy, look at this. Look at this. This is what they did. So look where it's a knockout stage. So the 8 teams advancing from the group stage will be seeded with group winners ranked 1 through 3, runners up ranked 4 through 6, and the third place teams, like the 2 best third place teams that make it, will be ranked 7 and 8. And then them say, yeah, 1 will go play 8, 2 will go play 7. But when you do that now, there's a chance that you literally just play back the same team them in the thing. Because look at the groups now. So USA and Haiti. So they avoid each other at least till the semifinal, right? Cuba was in them group too, but Cuba more than likely is out. Then you have Mexico and Costa Rica was in the same group. So them avoid playing each other. And then Canada, Jamaica, we definitely just destined for buck based on the points. As these 2 teams gone 9, so our group winner can't pass neither one of them. So they're locked into number 3. Whoever win Group C is going to be 3rd. And whoever comes 2nd in Group C is going to be 6th. So it does made up to finish like that. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Canada would be a choice for Jamaica in quarterfinal and Mexico. Absolutely let. Because if we drop down to 3rd, because we're gonna qualify regardless, but if we drop down to 3rd due to losing and Honduras beat us on goal difference and we both finish on 4 points, we're gonna fall to number 7, which means we have to play the host in the quarterfinal to try to make the World Cup. Like I would much rather play them in a semifinal to try to get a chance to make it to the Olympics or something, knowing that we already made the World Cup. You know what I mean? But yeah, USA, Mexico. I mean, which team? I mean, USA ended with more goals. But having watched both of the teams play, like which one do you think is better? Think USA better than Mexico? Or Mexico better than USA? What do you guys think? Come on. I mean, USA really put it together today. I think USA had the right mixture of like technical players and like physical players today. I think some of the lineup where the coach picked so far, and maybe they got too physical with everybody. Today, he had some technicians playing together. You know, Shaw, Sanchez, Contreras, Oyarzabal, who else was out there? Ramos. So yeah, he did have some technical players playing together. But Mexico, different gravy. Different gravy. Like them just the way them keep the ball, the way them use space. The 2 winger them are problems. I think Costa Rica is better choice for Haiti too. Yeah. If Jamaica can play Canada and Haiti play Costa Rica, that's a good chance for both of the nations left. to get into the World Cup. Honestly, Mexico is better than them. Jason Gooner, Concacaf setup is too confusing. Yo, I don't know. I don't know how they come up with this stuff, But it was said that one time a similar situation happened to us, but instead of Canada, it was USA. Like we played them in the group, and they would buck them again in the first knockout game, which was basically like an eliminator game, same type of thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's like it's something what Concacaf been doing. But yeah, if we finish in the third spot or the sixth spot, we're gonna play August 5th. It'll be the late game that day, so I think that's like 9 o'clock in Jamaica, 10 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock local time. Yeah. Nolan gone few. Jaquan Brown. So Canada tomorrow. So I can't see who the referee is, man. Don't hide it from me. Yo. I don't know, man. I can't explain. I can explain a lot of things, but I can't really explain how them come to set up the tournament like that. But it is what it is. I'm not telling me the ref yet. No wicked. So Canada, Jamaica tomorrow, people. I'm not gonna able for their feet, man. I'm vexing, man. I think USA is a little bit slightly better than Mexico right now. So let's say USA is slightly better. Boy, it's a toss up, bro. They should have 4 zones of 3 teams and mix with other Caribbean teams with top 2 from each advancing to the quarterfinals. 4 zones of 3 teams. So play 2 games in the group stage. 4 zones of 3 teams, that's 12. You kind of have to have a 3-game group stage doing. Got 2 games, bro. But yes, I try to find a way for to have 2 best third place. Okay, 4 zones of 4 teams. Okay. So 16 teams in the final round. Yes, that's possible. So which team's not here that would have been here? Puerto Rico, Dam Rep, Curacao, them side there. Oh boy, come on Jamaica, tomorrow do something please. Do something tomorrow Jamaica, man. Beg on them. Hold on, let me see something. Let me check something. See if them have any new news for me. Canada, Jamaica clash for Group C control. Understand? I want to see this. I'm showing this before we cut. All right, so Canada, Jamaica, boom. It's just come out tonight. Brandon Bent. Canada and Jamaica enter tied on 4 points as they fight for first place. Concacaf U20 Championship continues with Canada facing Jamaica in Group C on Saturday at Estadio Universitario UAP in Puebla, Mexico. Canada enters the match atop Group C on goal difference with 4 points from a win and a draw. In its most recent outing, the Reds played to a 1-1 draw against Honduras with Lucas Lima finding the back of the net. Can't show that peep. Good finish though. Jamaica also has 4 points after recording one win and one draw. The Reggae Boys played to a 2-all draw against Panama in their most recent match. Goals from Jamari Nolan and a last gasp equalizer from Jaquan Brown secured a valuable point. Man, troll the monster, same silly. So that was the article. Yo, Concacaf. I want to really up to. People, I really waste my time and click on that. And then just tell me a recap of everything that, people are joke. Sorry for wasting your time, people. How dare I think that Concacaf would have something great on the paper. So if Jamaica lose tomorrow, what will happen to them? Well, that will come down to how the Panama and Honduras game goes at night. Because if they draw and we lose, nothing will happen. We'll just be right where we were in sixth position out of the 8 teams that made the quarterfinal. But if Honduras wins, they'll probably make up the goal difference on us if we lose, and then we will drop to seventh position when we'll have to face Mexico. Yeah, a mixture with other Central and North American teams. What do you mean a mixture? What do you mean a mixture? It, it's not. It's just the people that would have qualified to make it. You can't. It's just not just a mix. It depends on who qualifies. What do you mean just a mixture? You're just going to pick random teams to make sure that you have some Central and some. Like what you really mean, right? Contreras. Anyway, people, listen. 2 hours and 37 minutes worth of stream tonight. Definitely gonna call it a night. Have a long day tomorrow. Have some movements to make. Sad to say, people, I will not be here for the live viewing of the Jamaica match, but definitely on the run, I will be watching for sure. Good luck to the Reggae Boys tomorrow. Like I said, I don't think there's a scenario where, well, there's no scenario where we're out of the competition. We have advanced to the quarterfinals. But there is a scenario where our quarterfinal match can be a lot tougher than if we get a favorable result tomorrow. So, look, I think at this point they would have let the boys know. I'm sure all the things that could potentially happen, and hopefully they can play this game, with the spirit of knowing that they are in the next round of the competition, right? Where you'd want to be going into your final game. But I think you also need to press upon them that it can be beneficial to them to get a favorable result in this last game as well, because it will give them a much better chance. The coaching staff will get to see Jamaica once, but we'll get to see Canada once as well. So if it indeed becomes what I think it will be, which is Canada, Jamaica 1 and 2, we really need to make sure that we pay close attention to the tendencies of this Canada team, try to devise some kind of strategy, some kind of plan that can really nullify what they're doing and make us more effective. So that we're gonna watch for people. Of course, I won't be here live, but I'll be watching for those little things, anything I can pick up on Canada, how the tendencies they have, we can exploit, anything like that. So yeah, man, I must watch too with the critical eyes, and yeah. Gilbert tomorrow watching his team playing right now. Or Tijuana play. Mad. Well, I know. Hilal. VIX. Everything come on the channel there, you know. People, big up on yourselves. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's do a like check before I leave the building. We got 59 votes. Let's see how close to 59 likes we got tonight. 47. Come on, people. If you're gonna vote on the damn poll, just actually 19% said no. So based on the percentage, that's probably about right, you know. 81%, 90. Okay, yeah. All right, it is what it is. 19% there are some sure. Not even know if I call it now. Anyway, people, big up on yourselves. Thanks so much for those who did take the time to hit the like button. Thanks so much to those who clicked on the video, stayed on the video, rock with me, drop some comments, ask some questions, told me some things. Anybody that participated, even silently, big up on yourselves. See, I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And until tomorrow, people, big up on yourselves and thanks so much for tuning in. Come on, young reggae boys. Stay out of that 7th rank position.